What's up, Soul Squad? What's up, Soul Squad? What's up, my Soul Squad? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, or maybe good night. Welcome to On the Couch. Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, everybody, what's going on? How was your Friday? I had a great Friday. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to DC, Kool-Aid, Lisa Production for having another awesome Friday night jam in our Discord. If you don't know what Discord is it's an app that Soul Squad members join. It's a free app. You could download and join, and we do all types of activities, conversations, and things over there. Hey, Jazz. Greetings from Las Vegas, everyone. Yes, Vegas in the house. Hey, Ty. Hey, D Green. Yes, let me find out we actually got the thumbs up more than the people. Hey, Brittany. Weekend is going great. Hey, Miss Woods. Hey, Michelle. Hey, GMB. Hey, all things say, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to On the Couch. Hey, Low Life, what's up? Missed you last night, girl. DC showed out as usual. Hey, COVID 11. Hey, CT family. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Susie Q. Look like everybody getting it. Everybody get they we've been having an issue with our notification. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sherilyn. Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, Kenya. Y'all, it is cold today. It is the wind. Hey, West Coast Cali. Hey, Penny. It is cold. My window is open. This weather is just we had a great time last night. Yes, we did. This weather is just all over the place, guys. Hey, Carolyn, happy Saturday. Yes. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. How you guys doing? How was your Friday night? Thank you. Thank you. Everybody getting their notification. Before we get started on the couch, guys, you know we got to do. I didn't wake up with you this morning. I don't know if you did this or not. But we're going to do it today. We like to thank God for waking us up to spend another day with our family and friends because that alarm clock didn't wake you up. He did. Can I get an amen? Amen. You up today? Means you got the kids are outside. I can hear the kids outside. My window is open. You know the weather's changing. It's bright and sunny. It's bright and sunny. It's bright and sunny, but yet also windy. But also very, very windy. Um, yeah, and another thing, I'm going to shout out to Natural Girl if she's still here. I'd like to shout out to everyone who was able to join in on our church services on Wednesday. Uh, King Kong turned out to be good. West Coast Cali. I looked at the whole thing. It was good. Who joined in on our Bible study on Wednesday. I had a couple of people. Hey, Vance. I had a couple of people joining a Bible study on Wednesday who asked for information, and I believe they were in there. And so that was good. Again, if you're looking for a church home and you don't have to live in the same state and you haven't found anything yet online or in person, always go over to my Discord. The link is there to my church home that you guys are welcome to join in on Zoom or either via telephone. All the information is there. Okay. What else I want to talk about? Oh, let's talk about real quick King Kong. King Kong was good. It was really, really good. But I gotta watch it again just because the site that we were on. Well, I don't know. It was for me. I don't know about you guys, but Western Clark, let me know what's this happening to you. But the little girl, the sign language was in a different language. So whenever the little girl was talking to King Kong, talking to the lady, talking to her people, because those was her people. If you look at the first one, that's where that little girl came from, that other world beneath the earth. What's up, Taylor? And so that's where that little girl came from. That's why the little girl had that connection with King Kong. But only thing is, I gotta look at it again, just because her sign language was in a different language. You know, when you look at that stuff on these free apps, because we're not supposed to be looking at it, it's always something. And then I think it was hosted by a casino app, because honey, they had like one or two casino commercials popped in. I was like, what the heck is this? Yes, Taylor, I hope you feel so much better, honey. I hope you're feeling good. So that's why I say I'm going to watch it again. But for the foremost, even without reading her sign language, everything else is popping. It was really really good. I'm just gonna say this because the black guy on there, the black guy on there was so funny, and so I'm gonna tell you what I told him, and like if he could hear me, when they went down there beneath the earth, and then the pilot got killed, and then they went inside. When they went inside the when they found the people and they had to open up the like a shield or something, they had to open up the shield, and he was looking stupid looking. I said, yeah. And you the one who wanted to follow the white people, right? Keep on following them. This would happen to you. I mean, I had myself laughing because the expression that he made on his face, I was like, see, and you the one wanted to follow the white people. The lady told you couldn't come, but you was adamant about going. The pilot got killed by a giant plant, and then you looking retarded looking because y'all done found a whole different world and opening up. It's like a cocoon or something. You opened up and you looking dumb, but you wanted to follow the white people. I said, and that's what you get. I'm saying, I love a good movie when you could when you talk to the movie screen, so you know the movie is popping. So King Kong was really good, but I will watch it again when I'm able to, on a different streaming platform besides the free one. The free one did allow me to look at it. I did enjoy it. The clarity of it was really good. It had a good, it was nice and clear. But like I said, with the sign language, it was in a different language. I don't know what language that sign language was in. I most definitely could not read it, but I got the gist of it, and it was good. It was really good. I'm thinking about I'm finding Ghostbusters. So just imagine in 4D, it was a thrill ride. We went to see it twice. Oh, I gotta go see it in 4D then, because it was really good. I enjoyed it. Um, so good one, Susie Q. So now I gotta check out that Ghostbusters, because you said you saw Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was good too. Then I want to see the vampire picture with Annabelle. Got hey Humble Line in the house. I gotta see Annabelle, the vampire girl. That's why I want to see that. Is that even out yet though? I don't know if that's out yet. Well, that's neither here nor there, guys. Welcome to On the Couch. You know we was missing the action 2 weekends in a row. Had stuff to do, but we are here today. That's neither here nor there. And I just want to say welcome to On the Couch. Sit back and relax. We're going to about to have us a conversation about when it's over, it's over. We talk about relationships. Yes. Hey, Mo Thomas. It's better than Kong plus one. No, y'all, I'm going to tell you. When King Kong made some expressions on his face like he was human, like he was understanding, I was understanding. King Kong is nonverbal, but I understood every line he had in this movie. King Kong was like, I'm here to free my people. Yes, I was like, free your people. I said, free your people. Oh yeah, so what's he called? The King Kong, the new. Man, I was like, I said, oh yeah, he about to free his people. The little teeny baby Kong. I said, oh, he done adopted himself a little son. That was on point. And then When him and Godzilla realized they had to work together against the enemy, the way they looked at each other and them Bama's ran towards that thing gave me so much life. I was like, yes, they working together. They knew the assignment and they fulfilled it. They was fighting each other. Then when they realized they had to work together against the enemy, man, them Bama's looked at each other and they hurled towards their direction. They was in sync. They both Godzilla got together and knew the assignment. King Kong came from the beginning to get him. King Kong came to get him. Look, man, I need your help. But see, Godzilla being all aggressive and everything, he wasn't getting it. So all he knew when he saw King Kong, it was time for him to fight. But King Kong knocked that Bama beside the head. Look, I'm trying to tell you, we need to work together. But he got it because when that enemy came up front, came a kicking, Godzilla and King Kong looked at each other, and that fly came, and that girl was like, and a big old butterfly came with the girl. They was like, we need y'all. Stop the bullshit. Godzilla, get it together. We about to band up against something. Man, when he got together and they looked at each other and they ran, man, I was so excited. I was like, yes, let me find out they working together. They did that. The assignment was fulfilled. Yes, he was. Godzilla is I don't know. I love Kong, but Godzilla is on a different type of level, honey. He has some power up stuff going on with him too, with the big pink sharp edges and that like he's breathing ice or fire. Yeah. And King Kong made the other dragon his bitch. He came riding in there to his people. Yeah. They understood the assignment very well. Hey, amazed me. King Kong was really, really good. And I ain't gonna lie. It was better than the first one. That's what y'all saying. Yes, tell her way better. It was better than the one that came out a year and a half ago, but it was the same people, so you know it was an extension to that. But yeah, it was better than the first one. They did their thing with this one. They thought about it. They did their thing with this one. It was way better than the first one. I will watch the first one, so I am so excited about the Planet of the Apes now because the whole time I was looking at it, I was like, man, I can't wait to Planet of the Apes come out. Yeah, but that was my movie night. I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. I almost got on Discord, but then I remember I didn't want to disturb people because I know our notification bell and Discord can be like a trigger for people to be sleeping and we just bumping, 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 bumping. Miss Faye said, can we do story time on those people I was telling you about earlier? I'm curious on what everyone would advise. So give me, you talking about our private conversation we had about the foot person? That's what I'm just saying. The foot person? Hey, Jackie. Yeah, June 7th, Humble Line, I'm there. I'm there for Bad Boys. I'm here for the Planet of the Apes come out May. I'm here for Annabelle. I just got my fulfilled the King Kong. That thing, yes, okay. That thing was good. So that thing was so good. So I just want to touch in on the movie thing because we gotta get our movie on, y'all. I said this is one of the things I'm gonna start doing is that I'm gonna start treating myself to the movie. It's just not once a month. And I just got a list of movies that I want to go down and check off. And so I think the next I want to go to the movies. I've seen King Kong. I want to go see it again, but since I already seen it, it's kind of fresh. I'm gonna put it on the back burner and probably go see Ghostbuster. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bad Boys. No, it's not that Annabelle. That's what I said too, Humble Line. It's because when you think of it, you think of the doll, but no, child, this is a vampire little girl called Annabelle. It has something to do with a $50 million inheritance and a kidnapping. This man hired this group of people to go kidnap her, and man, come find out this little chick, I'm gonna say she's about 12 or 13. I'll put her between 11 and 13. This chick is a vampire. Look it up, Humble Lion. It looks so good. Yes, it looks so good. Oh, it's called Abigail. Oh, it's called Abigail. And I said Annabelle. Oh, it's called Abigail. My bad. I'm always messing something up. So, yeah, let's talk about. I was saying that on the couch, let's get into conversation. It's about relationships. I just want to touch into my movies. But we're going to talk about when things are over, it's over. How long do you stay in a relationship? Yeah, Annabelle was the dog. Yeah, it's Abigail. Um, so when it's over, it's over. When do you throw in the towel? When is enough is enough? When do you think that you gave up so much of your time in a relationship and promises are made when you are addressing a person, be it man or woman, and you're addressing them in this relationship, letting them know when you're having this open communication, letting them know that, look, I'm tired. We done been here. It's been these many years and things haven't changed. But every time I approach you that I'm done, you promise a change, and the change lasts for a week or two, maybe in a good month. Once you figure out that I'm no longer upset, whilst you think I'm no longer upset, you don't know I'm really watching. Once you think you're in the clear, then you kind of slowly ease back into the situation, excuse me, into that situation on the reason why I want change, why I want out this relationship. Some people tend to like, if a person say, hey, I am done, we've been doing this for so long, I've been holding back how I felt for so long, pretending to be happy, pretending to hold on, thinking that things going to change. It's been these many years and we had this conversation before, and you said you was going to change, but you changed for maybe a week or two, and then since you thought the coast was clear, you slowly revolted back into the ways that I don't like, the ways that's not meaningful to our relationship, the ways that making me feel cringe and unhappy in this relationship. And now here we are again, another 5 or 6 years later, and we've been almost maybe 9 to 10 years plus. And after each conversation, he or she always say that, I'm gonna make an effort, I'm gonna make a change, I see what you're talking about, I understand what you're talking about, but then that effort only lasts a week or two. Do you still give them that chance? Because what I want people to take is that, don't do what I do. I always regretted being in a 25-year plus relationship, wasted all of my good time, all of my youth on a person who didn't deserve me, who didn't love me, who didn't want the best of me. But at that time, I didn't know who I was as a person, and I didn't value my worth, because if I did, I wouldn't have stayed in it so long. So these days, we gotta thank you for putting the cash out there, girl. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Oh, these days, we have to start immediately. We can no longer allow these little hey Rachel, these little 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, 15-year relationships to go on. We have to value our youth. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to open our eyes up and really take a look at our relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to discover and see the red flags early on in these relationships, because you don't want to waste all your valuable time and caring about another person's feelings. Okay, I'm feeling this type of way, but I'm holding it back because this person in this relationship, they looking like everything is good, but everything is not good. So when do you say enough is enough, and when you grab hold of yourself and realize, hey, I'm more important than this person. I feel like I need to realize my worth. I need to realize what I want out of life, and I need to start taking care of myself. I can't stay in this relationship because of someone else. When you constantly going back and forth and shit ain't changing, shit is still the same. But I'm gonna hold on to this relationship. No, it's time to break free. Y'all know that for some reason, the days, the hours, the weeks, the months, the years, the seasons are flying by. You look down and then you look up, and it's like a year or two later, and you're still in the same bondage that you held yourself to and that you're trying to commit to, and you feel some type of way, but you holding yourself back because you worried about how the other person's going to feel. But this other person is content. they ain't saying nothing wrong. Even if you have multiple conversations with them saying, hey, I don't like this, you moving different this way, I think, and it hurts kids when they stay too long too. And change would change relationships. Some people not worth it. Yes. I was trying to read it. That was message. It seemed like I was humble line. I guess he took it down. But yeah. So how long to? It's no. It's like, do you put a time limit on your relationship? Because my thing is that if you put a time limit on your relationship, you're going into it like, okay, I want this done by this time. I want this done by that time. When do you establish the time frame? So I don't think at the beginning we establish a time frame because we're just moved with the motions. Everything is new. You're good, but I would say if you're about two or yes, why would I? When you're about maybe 2 years into this relationship and you guys are really knowing each other, you're really bonded, and communication is good, and you're seeing things that's not evolving in this relationship, it's time to question the relationship. At least at the 2 years mark. I think if things is not right, you're seeing things one way, that person's seeing things another way. Let's not just go here and waste our time in this relationship because you're worrying about that person. It's time to start recognizing yourself. Time to start recognizing your happiness. And if this is not working for you and you feel it, that significant other has to feel something. It's just not all apples and cherries. He or she is feeling something. So that's when the communication comes. It's time to talk. And if we're not, yes, it's about the connection now. It gives with someone that wants to grow together. Yeah, because it's all about connection. And if you feel like something, a link or two or three links in your chain has no longer stable, if that they then bent, it's time to have a conversation. You don't want to look up 10 years from now and that same feeling you had at that 2 year mark when you could have addressed it, and it's 10 years later. You can't get that back. You can't get that back. That is time when you could have been evolving for yourself. That is time that you could have been treasuring yourself, loving on yourself, knowing yourself. Even that's time when you could have been out there having the one that was meant for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. Like I said, time is so precious. Time is things that we can't not get back. So when you get into a relationship, and again, we're not going to put a time on it in the beginning, but as this relationship proceeds, and you feel like it's not going in the direction that you wanted to go in or that you guys talked about, you feel like somebody that slacked off and things is just ain't getting it, honey, don't sit around and wait 5 or 6 years. Nip that thing in the bud. Because I'm telling you, like we talk these hours, these days, these seasons, these months, these years, you can't get none of that back. It's just wasted time that you held on to because you didn't want to hurt nobody else's feelings. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I have a bigger question. So, if you bump into a person that you used to go with a long time ago, you bumped into a person you used to go with a long time ago, and you got DM each other. Now you tell this person, hey, I'm broken up with somebody, but we're still together just to maintain bills for a little while, then that person's gonna be gone. But I'm broken up with somebody. That person know that we're not together. We're in agreement that our relationship is done, but I'm giving that person a couple of months to stay inside the home with me to get themselves together. But I'm moving on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do me. But I'm not gonna throw it up in their face. But say if you run into somebody and you get the no down, but then they say eventually a week or two later, oh hey, I'm living with somebody too. But it's not like that. I'm there too because of a financial situation. But me and you good. We can still talk. And then it's like you feel a red flag. You feel something. You're not trying to break up nobody home. The person just recently moved in with the person. And if you just recently moved in with the person and you saying that you don't see an engagement or a wifey or a hubby in the future, but you there just for finances, did you tell the other person that? Because you telling me that. I'm up front. I'm telling you what's going on with me. Do you start a relationship with that person because we slid in each other DM and he's excited that I'm there because we're old friends, and he gonna quickly say the new person that he just moved in with. He just moved in with this person. All of a sudden, it's not like that. I see everybody say, no, don't trust them. I said, no, don't trust them. Because at the end of the day, I'm upfront with mine. I know my situation, but you so excited that I done slid in your DMs. It sounds like a bunch of games there, and all of a sudden, but you just recently moved to somebody. Do that woman or that man know that you just there for finances to help them out? Do they know? Now somebody say run. That's what I'm saying. Do they know? Because you're just telling me, don't trust that Bama. That's what I said. Don't trust that Bama. Because I feel like you're just telling me what you're telling me because I'm available now and I done slid in your DMs, and now you're telling me, oh yeah, maybe a week or so after we've been talking, oh yeah, I just recently moved with somebody. And then who's to say that he just recently moved with somebody? He may just telling you he just recently moved, or she may be telling you that she just recently moved in with somebody. And the whole time he in a relationship, even saying stuff like, oh, I got some of my stuff still in the shed, in storage. I didn't bring all my stuff to that person's house. But that woman or that man don't know. They thinking they're in a relationship. Just because you don't see a foreseeable wifey or a foreseeable fiance in the future, it doesn't mean that you're not committed to that person. Because you may not want to get married yet to that person, or you saying what you saying. It doesn't mean you moved in with this person. You made a commitment to move in with this person. That means that y'all in a relationship. Now, somebody somewhere don't know they're not in a relationship. It's the person. So what do y'all think somebody should do? I see everybody saying run. They should run. They should run. Because somewhere up in there, it's some lies being told. Your truth is your truth because you know. But this person is excited because you just slid in their DM. So I think it's red flags, and I feel like, and maybe the whole truth is not being said. That's one thing that you always say is that they're in a financial entanglement. So if you're in a financial entanglement, so can you text me around that person? Can you text me around that person? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you telling me one thing and the results and the flags are saying another. That's one thing I always hated, and my relationship is that one person is more invested in the relationship than the other person is. The other person is assuming that we're good, we're together, we're in a relationship, but you telling somebody else something else so that you could be with this person, but the whole time, I don't know. I'm looking at you like you my man. We're living together. I thought we were in a relationship. So yeah. So those are red flags to run. What do you guys think? I see a lot of people say run. He's a Bama. He's lying. Yeah. I could feel it on that one. It's like a tricky situation. You don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you just broke up with this person that you've been with for so many years because things are not going the way you wanted. So now here comes this person, and you thinking something may could pop off with the Bama, but then you realize that, wait a minute. Why you ain't tell me up front? I was up front with my stuff, but you had to sit around thinking about it 2 weeks later, a week later. Women need to trust their intuition. It is a gift from God to us. Yes. And that's what we got to do. And that's what we fell on with a lot of women. We have to trust our intuition. Our intuition never lie. Yeah, have to close one door before you open up another one. That is so true. That is so true. You most definitely got to end another one before you open up another one. Because then you just got things pulling you in two different directions. And then guess what? That focus that you was trying to get on yourself is no longer there. You know what I'm saying? You broke up with the other person because you ready to do you're ready to do yourself. But then here's another entanglement that you're not too sure about, and you feel like the flags is there, but then you want to take a chance. But then here we go, like you say, you don't want to break up a home or a relationship, and you'll never know if that other person, because you can't get past that person to say, hey, are you guys together or what? Or y'all just here for financial needs? You can't get past this person to hop over the gate to talk to the person that he or she claiming that I don't see marriage in this future. I'm just here for financial entanglement to help each other out. But are you in a relationship? I don't care if you don't see marriage in the future. When you moved in with that person, you're committed to a relationship. So at this point, if you're trying to sneak around the corner, baby, you cheating. You sneaking around the corner, you cheating. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to do that. I just left someone else because I'm trying to find me and discover me and want different things. So I'm not going to jump into this person and then I can't leap over the fence to find out what's really going on because he's coming around the corner. He ain't coming with it, okay? So, yeah. So when do you, and so that's what this is all about. It's like, we got to, look at Risa Tisa. Come on now. Like she said, she saw flags, but she ignored them. We got to start going with our intuition. I don't know if men have intuitions. I don't know. Do men think with their bottom head, not with their top head? And they see a female, all thing they want to do is hit, miss, and all this other stuff. But women, I know for sure, because as being one myself, I know we have intuitions. I know we have our, what's called the spidey senses. Maybe men got spidey senses. We had that. No, this is a real life experience, but this is not mine. And I'm talking on it. So we basically just like listening with no names being said and they knowing what they want to do by listening to us and giving advice. Um so it's just so at the end of the day, everybody to go what they feel. It's like a gut feeling. It's like an intuition. It's like your spidey senses, and automatically, if you're getting that, it's a wrap. If you're automatically getting that, it's a wrap. You know, and but sometimes, like I always say, that God puts stuff in front of us. If God put that feeling in you, if he say your spidey tingling is tingling, and God put that in front of you, and you turn and you go down left instead of going right, then you're going to deserve all the havoc that comes your way. We talked about this yesterday. God will set you up for success. Even in relationships, he can see the pattern before you see it. He will tell you, and he's telling you by the red flags. He's telling you by your gut feeling. He's telling you by your intuition. He's telling you by your spidey senses. If you're feeling all of that, but you choose to push it away, you're pushing God. You pushing because he implanted that in you. This is not for you. I gave you that feeling. Now do with it. Follow your intuition because you're following God. And if you decide to walk left and he tell you to go right, everything that comes with that headache, it's going to be deserved, and you can't blame nobody. I don't want to hear, oh God, please get me out this situation. God told you the situation from the beginning. He told you. See, he's there. He ain't never there when you want him to be, but he always show up on time. So at the end of it all, when shit blow up, things don't go your way, and you be like, God, why? He told you. He told you in the beginning, but you did not listen. And that's what everything that we do. It's like something that affects my foot in my eye. That's what everything you do. When we're doing anything in life and we second guess a situation, God implanted that second guess in your mind. He implanted that there. He showed up. But we ain't aware because we're not having faith and we're not believing. He showed up. He implanted that second guess in your mind. But you chose to ignore it. But then when stuff happened, when the repercussion for you doing you and the backlash of you doing you and not paying attention, choosing to do it your way, then you want to say, oh God, and give out the prayers and all that stuff. He gonna forgive you. He gonna be there. When he gonna come, I don't know. He may be a little bit grudgy because I told you in the beginning, girl, boy, man, whoever, I told you. He may hold a little grudge, I don't know. But our God's forgiving God. He a loving God. He gonna rescue you. It might not be when you want to be rescued. He gonna make you feel that, okay? He gonna make you feel it. Man, let me tell you something. We know sex is important in relationship. Damn, where I know. I'm gonna tell you one thing about a Bama that make you stay in a relationship real, real long. Because that was one thing about my Bama. When I was in that abusive relationship, off and on and all that stuff, that was one thing. A Bama who ain't bringing shit to the table, he gotta be good at something. If he ain't got no job, no money, he gives you a headache. A woman ain't got no job, ain't got no money, she gets on her nerves. The only way that she gonna heal, she gonna hold it in, is that the sex gotta be awesome. At this point, it's just all about the sex. Because that's the reason why that's the reason why they there at this point, because they ain't bringing nothing else to the table but what's between their legs. And we get stuck on it. We get stuck on think we ain't gonna get this bomb sex nowhere else. Can't nobody else put it down the way he or she put it down. I'm so lost if I don't get this. This is what I'm used to. Baby, wake up. It's something called the white rose. It's something called the sex stores. It's something out there. And what we're not gonna do, we're not gonna hold on to nobody because of good sex. Now I know I've been there, done that. It took me a long time to let my Bama go. Because I ain't gonna lie, he was laying it down in all types of ways. Because when the argument and the fussing and the abuse and the self-worth was in between, it was good old sex. Okay? It's just what it was. And you try to think about that to hold on to what it, but what are you really holding on to? Man that made things for you to not to hold on to that. Man that made things for you, they just gotta buy extra more batteries, okay? Man that made things for you with that you don't need a headache, okay? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's not hold on to them because of that. We throwing that out. It do. I know the physical touch, the embrace, I know it's all of that. But we gotta, we gotta learn. We gotta let it go. It is. Don't nobody touch me the way he touched me, the way she touched me. Yes, it's all about that. It's about the physical touch. It's about the embrace. It's about being comfortable with somebody. It is. It's hard to start over. It is so hard to start over, especially when, like you said, when you're comfortable. but is he or she making you comfortable in that relationship? Are you comfortable in that relationship? Forget the embrace, forget the subtleties, forget the sex. I know that's all good, and I know that makes you feel some type of way when your spouses come up. Yeah, I think they have deep soul ties. They are both in the same industry. Yes, you know what I'm saying? It is. It's all that. I used to love. I love all that. You love the conversations, the Nate like pillow talk. I mean, all that plays a part of it. It do, and that's what make it so hard. That's what make it so terrifying to start over because you feel like you'll never get that again. You feel like you'll never feel that embrace, that touch, that warmth, that when things are good, it's good. Trust me, I am a woman. I've been there. I know. But we have to learn to let it go. That's all part of the breakup. It's so easier said than done, and you're going to ache and you're going to cry and you're going to be unhappy. But you got to remember the reason why that foundation wasn't solid. You got to remember the reason why that foundation wasn't solid. And you got to take each day as it comes. If you may have temptations, because that's just like when people get divorced and you break up. It's a speedy recovery. When people get divorced and you break up, do you still have sex with that person? Because we have some couples that get divorced. We had some couples that break up, and 2 and 3 months later, they're not getting back together, but they done snuck in something in between because they missed that feeling, that connection, that embrace that they had with each other. You got people that would do that. Oh, I don't go with him no more, but you had sex with him like last week. Well, I was missing it. You know what I'm saying? And you do that. Oh, Rita not feeling well. Oh, Rita, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Get well soon, baby. It's like everybody is coming down with a little something, something. I was in my moment when I was sick. Taylor, now you. I think it's the change of weather. This weather is changing. It's putting a lot on our body, so our body has to adapt. That 1 minute we were cold, now we're feeling hot and overwhelmed, and our body has to adapt to the change of the weather. And when it do that, sometimes we'll end up, feeling a little bit under the weather. So yeah, so that's why I just wanted to talk about. It's like when you like we talk about intuitions and red flags and gut feelings and spidey senses. So that you said, I'm done. That's before with the X. It's a habit. Yeah, it is a habit. It's some case ladies say it's possible what God has for you will always be much better. Got married at 21 and stayed in that relationship with it was toxic. God renewed me, renewed my mind, worked for me for 2 years. So yeah. I'm telling you. And everybody you meet may not always be that person. You could feel like that person is your person down in your soul. The connection could be so, so real. It can. It could be so, so real. But what do you do? How long do you stay once you get that feeling that, hey, this is not working. We're not on the same page. Something is locking. It's a link in our chain. It's broken. We're not communicating. And then once you do communicate, and then this person say, okay, I'm going to change. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Only make that change for a week or two, maybe a month. And then easily glide back into that same situation that you was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't want to be here. It's not, and then don't feel like you failed. A lot of people stay in relationship because they be like, I'm not trying to fail that relationship. I'm not trying to be called a failure. A lot of people, they'll get unhappy. Yes, and some people get unhappy because a lot too, and that could lead them to a sense of depression. I felt like we were doing good. I felt like I felt like everything was good with us, but we talked. We talk about what was wrong, and you did it for a while, but then you went back to the old way, and all of a sudden, and some people they will fall into depression when a relationship break up because they feel like they failed at something. But unfortunately, a relationship, it's not that you failed at it. It just didn't work out. You got to look at it different. But just like anything in your life that you feel like you failed at, you get back up, you dust yourself off, you take your time, and you try again. I mean, people get a chance to get love more than once in their life. Sometimes people might find that one true love. Sometimes people get a chance to find that second great love. I'm just saying, you could love. People has been known to have more than one love in their life. How I officially left my situation again? Man, how I officially may he rest in peace. Don't talk bad about the dead, but the real is what it was. The real. I officially left my situation again when I was laying in my bed. Laying in my bed. This man was in the shower. He was taking a shower, had the radio on in the shower, and his phone was right there. And the text messages kept going on. His text messages kept going on. And I think at one point when I didn't tell y'all this, because he had peeped, he said, my phone. I said, no, I don't hear nothing. And I think because he had heard it over the radio, he had turned the radio back up, got back in the shower. But I knew his phone was getting on. Okay, I knew he was getting dressed to go somewhere. I forgot, y'all mind on break. This was like in 2016, early 2016, late 2016, early 2017. I think we broke on 2016. His phone kept going off. Yeah, I cried my sleep a lot. I have done that. His phone kept going off. And I'm like, damn, why his phone keep going on? His phone keep going off. So me being me, I got 25 plus years with this man, off and on, off and on. Just moving to my brand new house in 2015. He hit me up, we gonna try this thing again. Let him come back in. We've been back together for a year and a half. Everything going good. At this point, it really wasn't no abuse or stuff in the relationship in 2016, 2015, because we had broken up and then got back, that stuff was over with. And so I said, I was on my own by myself, feeling horny. Ain't got no man in my life because when I broke up, I don't run to different men to different men. I only really ever had my baby daddies in my life, or stuff when I was in my early 20s. I told y'all about that three men one day situation. That was the first time I ever did something like that. But I used to cry my sleep occasionally. I used to cry my sleep all the time. Yeah, all the time, Taylor. Through a dream or have yes, a situation all the time. Wake up, tears in my eyes, like, whoo. So it's not weird. It's more common than you think, and you're not alone when it comes to that one. We tend to fall asleep with our emotions, and then we'll dream about them, and those dreams just come so real. They feel so real. So his phone kept going off. He's in the shower. I said, let me read this shit. Man, I was reading these texts. First of all, he was in the shower, got to go see this girl. She wondered why he taking so long. And then by me reading the current texts, I'm going reading all these texts. He done told this woman he was only living with me until he find his own place, that we don't be intimate with each other. We don't be intimate with each other. He's only here because of his kids and all this other stuff. Because me not just reading the current texts on where you at, why you taking so long, and all this other stuff. I'm reading the backup texts of the conversations that they having, and you're speaking on me to another. That's how I felt at the time. But I ain't gonna call her that. But when you young or you in your mind, that's what them other ones are always are. Okay? And I'm reading all this, and you spitting is a bunch of lies. You spitting lies because nigga, Bama, You not just here for no kids. Our kids is grown. Our kids is grown. You here because you said you wanted to try again. We've been almost 2 years back together. We intimate every other night, or when you get drunk, or when I'm feeling it, I'm cooking for you. You barely working, but you're doing a little something, something. We're in the bed holding conversations, looking at the news. Nigga, we're in a relationship. What are you talking about? But this is all the stuff he's spitting to this. The whole time you seeing people. You lying on our relationship. I'ma tell you what I did. He came out the shower, all with his towel wrapped around him, and thought he about to go see this bitch. I said, I opened up my door, my bedroom door. I said, Michael, Brandon, Joshua, Fufu, Jackson. I said, come here now. And everybody taking their time. I called their names again. I said, Michael, because Michael that happened was in the basement. I said, Michael, Jackson, Fufu, Brandon, Joshua, Andrew, come here now. They all came to my bedroom. What? I said, put this nigga the fuck up out my house. And he looking, and they said, what? I said, put him up out my house. I see he looking at me like, what's wrong? I threw his cell phone at him. And I said, you read that and find out what's wrong. I said, get your shit. Get out of my house. Michael said one thing. You heard her. You got to go. My children ain't asked me nothing. They ain't say you trying to talk. They all stood at attention, and it was 3 of their fathers. 3 of them. He was the father to 3 of the Bammers that was standing there putting them out. I said, he got to go. I said, I tell y'all about it. And he looked at me, yeah. And that's how that ended. I said his shit, him, everything. Then my children put all his clothes out the drawer, his tool bag out my closet, everything. All his shit went on the front porch. You got to go. Threw him his charger and his phone at his body. Now I don't know what's going on and getting dressed. What you tripping off of and all this other stuff. I said, your cell phone, there you go. Read it. That's how that ended. And been single ever since 2016. Ain't had no man, ain't thought about, well, I ain't gonna say I ain't thought about it, but that's how that ended. It was what? I called out 6 names. I called out 6 names. That's all I had to do. I opened my bedroom door up and I called out 6 names. And those 6 names, I had to call them twice, but those 6 names came to my bedroom, standing at my door. What's wrong? I said, this nigga got to go. Put him out. And he looking like, what are you talking about? I said, I looked at my sons. He's got to go. Put him out my house. And Michael, my oldest son, said, you got to go. Reggie, I don't know what's going on, but she said, you got to go. Get your stuff, man. Let's go. Let's go. And that was the last time. Got to go. And that was it. And that's how I ended that relationship. I was flabbergasted. All that I'm doing for you, I'm on social media. I'm selling this. I'm doing that, doing dinners. And that ended it. Yeah. I got to keep being nobody boo-boo kitty. Okay, being boo-boo the fool. I'm cooking dinner for you. You laying up in my bed. We be doing the do. And when you get finished, you be like, oh, baby, go get me some water. And I go run and get you some water because you done did the good old thing. I run and go get you some water. And then be like, we get finished. Sometimes be like, rub me your chest. I'm hungry now. Can you go make me a sandwich? You know you make the best sandwiches. Get about the bed, go make your sandwich because you done laid down this thing and things is good. Nigga, no. Are you tripping? Then you gonna tell somebody I ain't know I'm just a place for you to stay? You only here temporarily. I ain't hear you. We ain't never had that type of discussion. What are you talking about? And that goes to tell you that story, what we was talking about earlier, about that other person. When we're talking about the other person, talking about he just temporarily moved in. I'm telling you, that woman don't know that. That woman don't know he's a temporary move-in. On everything I love, trust your instinct. Rely on what God puts in front of you. Do not go left when God telling you to go right. Our instincts, our intuitions, our spidey systems, that gut feeling. And if it's strong, man, go, man. And that was it. He walked out my life in 2016. I put him out. I almost ain't want him to get dressed. I almost, I almost ain't want him to get dressed. For real, I was ready to put him out in a towel on everything I love, but I reeled it back a little bit. I let him get dressed, but I was ready really to put him out in the towel. That's how. That's how. When I got finished reading that them backup texts, the whole conversations, the current texts. I then found out where he was at on Thanksgiving. Yeah, because Thanksgiving, he didn't stay home Thanksgiving. He was all, I'm going to see my family. I'm going to make sure you put me a plate of food up. Oh, yeah. And I fell for that okie doke. Found that out in the text conversation. This Bama wasn't no family. This nigga was over our house Thanksgiving. But yet you're a Muslim. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I ain't into all that. And so that day when you was going and I was cooking Thanksgiving and all that stuff, you know, you're a Muslim, so you don't celebrate holiday. But my grandma want me to come see her, so I'm going to go here and see her. I said, well, go see your grandmother. It's all good. I'm going to put you a plate of food up. Yeah, found out in the text. That's what really fired me up. I'm trying to crack his head with the phone. I forgot about that part. Yeah, so Thanksgiving, he didn't even go his family out. He over that bit out for Thanksgiving. And I sit here, cook this thing, make sure I put you a plate up and everything. You over there celebrate Thanksgiving with another band. I really threw the phone at. I was like, oh, I mean, the back Texas was just like the energy. Them back Texas was just like the energy, man. The front ones was there, but them back Texas, the conversations, and then looking at the time that the conversations was had, nigga, you was laying in my bed while I'm sleeping, texting another bed. The back Texas, the time dates, the times, the lies, the betrayal. Yeah, I called those names. I got 6 men up in here. Regardless, 3 of them belongs to you. They're going to always do what I say over you, my nigga. Y'all, I'm telling you. I'm saying, so when you look through somebody's phone and you in a relationship and you see what you don't want to see, expect to feel some type of hurt, especially when your intuition is strong. Expect it. Because men just dumb. Yes. Yes, y'all. And that's just why now I'm flying solo. I am, besides the up and downs, you guys, we talk about my depression, but a lot of that goes through like, that happens because of finances, and I feel like I'm not where I want to be. But as far as a relationship, I'm in the best moments of my life being solo. I really am. I don't know if and when God put somebody in front of me, in front of me, but I make sure I read all the red flags. I'm not going to ignore any humble line say I'm the only guy in here, y'all. Humble line say I'm the only guy here because he got Bill not up. No, Ty in here. Ty's a guy. Ty in here. If Ty not gone, Ty was in here, humble line. And so I am in the best season. No, because we take everything from every lesson. I'm glad I went through that. I was supposed to go through that because I was supposed to learn and gain my worth. That's right then and there. I took my power back over me. That's right then and there when I took my relationship back of myself. Oh, wait a minute. JF in here. Okay, look, the guys called themselves out. Jason, wait a minute. I'm in here. Yes, want somebody to break away from the matrix and not suffer in it. Don't suffer in it. Yeah, if you know it's time to go, go. If you know it's time to go, go. Do what's right for you. Only you know what's right for you. Only you know you. Look, low light say gender reveal. Tell us say gender reveal. But men, there are toxic women out here. There are disloyal, disworthy women out here too, and our men have to stand up and know their worth. There are men who takes a lot from women as well. There are women who do betrayal, women that have bad flaws. Yes, so I'm doing this because as a woman and as this is what I went through as a woman. But men, I'm not taking anything away from a man. All women are don't come correct. We got some skeezers out here, okay? We got some skeezers out here. We got some women that want to be a player. You know, they be like, oh, she trying to be a player. We got women that out here that want to be a player. We got some skeezers out here. We got some low lives out here. No pun intended, low life. But they out here too. And our men need to know their worth. They need to know how long, much longer. Don't feel like you a bad dude because you break up. Don't feel like you're a bad dude because at the end of the day, as a man, you also have to know what your worth and what your worth is and how much you putting up because you're investing time too. The years, the months, the days, the hours, the seasons, the weeks. That's your time as well. You don't always get a perfect woman either, and don't be afraid to drop her like a hot pancake. Don't be afraid. Don't be like, oh, make her. I'm gonna tell you what a woman would do real quick with a man. She'll get the hell out of man. Is she good at it? She will get the hell out of a man when a man time to break up and she ain't ready for that breakup. She'll make it away with that. She gonna hold on to you. But you gotta stand up as a man and know your worth too. Enough is enough of the drama, of the bull, of this, of that, and other. There's a lot of messed up women with bad flaws just as much as there's messed up men. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, we trying to make matchmaker out here. Hey, humble lines. Miss Space said you like a good match for her sister. Yeah. That's not putting on that perspective. So yeah. Well, so I said, wait a minute, humble line is my husband. I know that's right, man. So kind of get your man, because I'm telling you one thing, that nobody better not come on this joint for mine. So y'all already know who mine is. I dare somebody try to call it mine, because I'ma block you, I'ma delete you, I'ma knock you to the side. Your comment is gone. He not in here, but y'all already know. Oh, sorry, I'm just playing, y'all. Then we playing matchmaker today. I know that's right. Oh, but it's all good. We just gotta know when it's right to end the relationship. So basically, this whole conversation was about. Oh, y'all, Humble Line say he married y'all. But yes, that's all good. Nothing like a good marriage. But this conversation was just about knowing your worth, knowing when it's time to break free from one situation, but knowing when it's red flags before you jump into another. Because the reason why you're leaving the old because things is not right. And you don't want to jump into a new when you having a feeling, things is not right. Go with it. Any second guesses or second chances that you having on your mind is coming from the man upstairs. And trust me, he will never steer you wrong. He will never steer you wrong. So anybody take anyway from this conversation today is that just know that time is precious. All the time you put into a bad relationship, you could have been got out of it. You got to know when enough is enough. You got to look. If he take you to McDonald's on the first date, will you feel the same way? Hell yeah. Light conversation. I always love me a double fish fillet sandwich, so I don't know. It could be midday, it could be lunch, and we just hanging, having a conversation and feeling. I am not a hard woman to please, and it's not that I don't know my worth, and it's not that I could do better. But I understand finances. I understand getting to know somebody. I understand conversations. I understand. I could fill out a situation. I will never. I don't think I never been that person of judgment. As long as I can't get away with it, I'm good. I'm an easy. I'm not an expensive person. The simplest things pleases me. The simplest gestures pleases me, and it's not hard to make me love you if you're doing things right. I don't need a 18 karat diamond ring or a big old tennis bracelet. I mean, those things are nice, but those things are material. If someone want to know me, I am very simplistic. Did I say that word right? Simplistic? Oh, I just made that up. Oh, that's a word that I know is out there, but I just don't know it right. Well, anyway, that's me. I'm a simple girl, always have been. Always. The small suggestions to me is be the biggest things that touch home. So remember, you don't always got to go overboard. It's good every now and then to go overboard, but at the end of the day, I work with a motherfucker. I work with a person. I got says as he said, simplistic. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I work with a person. What's the concept? Oh, wait a minute, 18 cars. Let's talk through that. No, wait. Miss May said, y'all better write that down. Auntie telling y'all how to soup her up. Yes, and that's good. And if you got a man that pays attention to you and know what you like, man, the gift giving will be on point all the time. It say men are very easy to please as well. Yeah, they are. I can see that. Yes, know you like with a food place without telling me. Just show out for lunch. Yes, yeah. That's you be in sync. Y'all in sync with each other, and it's nothing like being in sync with a person. Yes. But yeah, y'all, this was so much fun. No life, and I'm telling you right now, if you throw up a 12-hour something, because I say I'm about to go, me and you will be fighting in Discord because I know what she about to do. So I say I'm about to go. I know what my wife about to do. Do you believe in molding a man? No. I don't believe in changing anybody if they're already in a good place. Because when you say molding a man, probably having him learning my likes and my dislikes. But if he have a personality trait, I could make him aware of it. Hey, I don't like it when you act like that. You need to change that. Something like that. But I want my man to come to me already sculptured, already know what he want out of life. See, when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s and all that stuff, I'm okay with the unmolded man, the man with a little bit of scars around and he still don't know where he at or what he want out the life. But now that I'm 54 and I'm a whole grown woman, the word girl is no longer in my vocabulary. I am a woman And at 54, if he's not coming to me already molded, meaning that he already know what he want out of life, that he already got his head on his shoulder, meaning that he's very ambitious. The only molding that I want him to know is that when we're learning each other, like the young lady said, he know what restaurant you want. He know what type of food you like. That's all the molding I'm doing is that we learn that by communicating and in the relationship is new and learning each other. That's all the molding I'm doing. I ain't trying to fix nobody's shit. Okay, I've been fixing other people's shit ever since I've been in relationships. I'm not doing that no more. Only more than I'm doing is that when you learn me through our communication, I want you to listen and know me, and I'm gonna listen and know him. He could mold me in that. That's the only molding that we're doing is learning each other. But outside that, if you already got your stuff together, you ain't about to learn me anyway because your foot not even in the door. I ain't taking nobody with unemployment. I ain't taking nobody with no admiration, no with no ambition, with nothing. I'm not taking nobody, nothing like that. Yes, and you really can't. You really can't mold nobody. You really can't. They gotta come correct. So you ain't gonna be able to mold me, and I ain't gonna be able to mold him into what our dislikes and likes. That's the only thing the mold I'm doing. You learn about my dislikes and likes, and I learn about your dislikes and likes. That's it. Hey KG, that's it. That's all the molding we're doing. Everything else, you gonna already have before you even step through my door. DMV strong. You know that's right, KG. What's up? Yup. So yeah. Like K Michelle said, you can't raise a man. What you gonna do if he was raised? He act like a boy, cause he wasn't raised right before you. And ain't gonna never tell nobody. You know, K Michelle hit that. Oh, yeah, that is right there. That's right. We don't got the right to change nobody. I don't want to change somebody. Been there, done that. It ain't working out. Oh, what you say? I'm sorry. Tell her say she ignore us for like. Oh yeah, I was been on that. Oh, wait a minute. What nobody say? I'm not even gonna go back right again. What she say? I heard something about three men something, but sometimes y'all be having conversation amongst each other. And I don't be trying to butt in y'all conversation because I be going on with mine. Three men in one night story. Oh, I told y'all about that. I think I recently told y'all about that like a couple of weeks ago. I was in my early, let me see. I don't want to put an age on. I had kids. Yes, love you first, and then you will know how to love somebody else. And I always say that if you don't know how to love yourself, in the words of RuPaul, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? You know what I'm saying? You can't love nobody else if you don't know what love is. And that's why a lot of our relationships fail at because we don't learn to love ourselves. Some people don't know how to love, and it's not their fault. It's the way they were brought up. Because some people, when they're growing up, they don't get that. Yeah, I'm not going to say their family, their mom and dads don't love them. Of course, you just know we love them. But I didn't get that. When I was growing up, I knew my mom loved me, but I didn't get that constant, hey, I love you, hey, hug me, kiss on the cheek like I do my sons. My mom was very non emotional person when it came to affection in the household. My thing is that when you're growing up in that type of house, you know a person love you, but you never really got to feel it intimately, like with hugs and kisses on the cheek and say, oh, I love you so much. I didn't get that growing up. That's why I over sometimes I feel like I over love on my sons too much. Like Jackson, 19 years old, and just last night He came to me and I was hugging on him and kissing on his neck and stuff. I said, I love you. I love you so much. And he said, I love you too, fat woman, old woman, home health aide. That Bama was telling me to get a home health aide because he tired of me asking him to do shit for me. And just like Andrew, I be laying in bed. Andrew come to work. My mother learned how to love when we got older. But when we were younger, we talk about that all the time. When we were younger, she didn't know affection. But when we got older as grown women, that's when my mother started expressing love to us more. You know, as older women, you know, oh, I love y'all as older women. But when we were kids, no, she didn't know how to express her love to us. We knew she was love us because we knew we had a roof over our head, we had clothes on our back, we had food on our table. We didn't go hungry. We didn't want for nothing. But the expression of love, the affection of love was never there. So when I had my sons, you know, my sons, and they grown men now, I still kiss them, love them, call them, drive safe, I love you. And I'm gonna tell you, without putting my son business out here, this is too when Brandon told me on this happened last night, Friday. I think she did grow up that way because her mom had 13 children. I think she grew up the way, and like I said, it's how you grow up in your home. But sometimes you could switch that up because even though I grew up that way, I didn't. I expressed mine different because that made me feel some type of way. So when I had my babies, you know, it's like I'm loving y'all all day now. Now my babies in their 30s and all that stuff, and I'm still hugging, kissing, and calling them and everything like yesterday. And but I do need to get a life because yesterday I had a whole meltdown. So yesterday my son went out with a female that he had just met. I didn't know he was home. Yesterday was his day off. He was home when I went to sleep. When I woke up at 5:30, I go to the bathroom. I'm looking around. I'm asking the other brothers that was here, "Where your brother? Where your brother? Where your brother?" Oh, he left. I said he left. I said he ain't say where he was going. Ain't you playing the video games? Because yesterday, Friday, was people days off. People playing the video games and stuff. Joshua was at work. Me and Jackson here, and I was asleep. And so I said, okay. Came back in the room. It was like 5:30, 5:45. I call his cell phone. He doesn't answer the cell phone. He don't answer his cell phone. He literally don't answer his cell phone. So I'm like, damn, he answered the cell phone. So I called Josh. Josh, I know Josh at work. You seen your brother? Oh, he gone out with this girl, whatever. I said, well, oh, some girl he met. Da, 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 da. I said, oh, okay. I said, have you heard from him? He said, nah. I said, he ain't tell me he was going nowhere. And he said, Mom, you serious? So Joshua hung up. 7 o'clock came. I'm calling his cell phone. Where you at, Bama? Where you at? The phone just ringing, ringing, ringing. In my head, you know, I get nervous. I have bad anxiety when I don't know where my sons are. I don't care if they are grown. Brandon called me. I said, I'm looking for your brother. I said, this is after the brother came home. I told Brandon the story. Brandon said, Mom, you really need to get a life. You need to stop doing that. And so I'm calling this Bama phone, just calling his phone. At this point, it's like 7:30, a little bit after 7. Friday night jam about to start. I can't concentrate on Friday night jam because when I wake up at 5:30, my child is gone out of my house. I don't care, he is 27 years old. You didn't tell me when you was gone. You gonna meet some girl. I don't know, you want to go meet the girl. She may have some Bamas there waiting on you, might hit you upside your head, try to rob you, kill you, or anything. I had all these negative thoughts going in my head. I don't know the young lady, never met the young lady, you really don't know her. And I'm calling you and you're constantly hanging up the phone, I'm calling Joshua at work. Mom, stop calling me at work. I don't know where he at. That's your son. You know he gonna do what he want to do. Stop calling me. Go do something. This Joshua at work. I can't call Joshua at work. Friday night jam start. It's like 8 something. 8:15. I'm letting everybody know I'm in Friday night jams, but y'all, I got tears in my eyes. My body shaking. I kept looking at the time. I was crying. I kept calling his phone. He wasn't answering. All these bad thoughts kept running in my head. Y'all, it got to be like 9 o'clock. I was like, if I don't hear from him, I kept calling Joshua. I said, have you heard from your brother? Have you heard from your brother? Because like at 10 o'clock in my head, I'm calling the police. At 10 o'clock in my head, I'm calling the police. I'm shaking, my anxiety up. I got tears in my eyes. He's not answering the telephone. And so Joshua, around 9:30, I called Joshua again. Joshua, have you heard from your brother? Yeah, man. He called me. He texted me, told me to tell you, stop calling him. Stop texting him. He all right. It been about 3 hours. He all right. I said, well, why he just ain't answer the phone and tell me that? Why he just ain't text and tell me that? Why he gotta text you to tell me to stop texting him? But he's all right. So around about 9:45, I called to cuss him out. I'd be like, and so he finally, I said, where you at? He said, man, I'm outside, man. No, he said, no, he never called. I'm thinking about another situation. I'm thinking about Joshua's situation because I flicked off on Joshua last night too because it got to be 12:15 and Joshua wasn't home from work. And I got to calling his cell phone. He didn't answer. And then when he finally picked up around about 12:20, I said, where's you at? He said, man, I'm parking the car, Mom. Bye. I'm parking. What else? Another situation. I had double the time last night. Fufu never called. When he finally walked through the door, and once I found out he was good, I was able to get on. I was in here praying to God, saying, praying to God that my son is all right. Please don't let nothing be wrong with him. He not responding to me. I mean, I was in here praying to God. I had tears in my eyes. By 10 o'clock, I was ready to call the police. My anxiety was up. I was shaking. And then when I told Brandon said, Mom, you really need to get a life. He said, we are grown men. He said, you really need to get a life. I said, I don't care how freaking grown you are. When my son walked through the door, I said, hey, DC, I said, the next time you go somewhere, you ain't got to wake me up. I said, but please answer my phone. I said, y'all know how I am. I overcompensate. I just love y'all so much. I don't know if my love for them is even freaking healthy. I don't know. And my world will be destroyed if something happened to one of my sons. I don't even know if I will have a comeback in my future. And I said, you have to text me, let me know something. And he's going, bring out his phone. You see this right there? I got located. If something was to happen to me, they'll be able to find me. I said, who be able to find you? We ain't on the same cell phone plan. He talking about the FBI. I said, nigga, FBI don't look for people like us. That's exactly what I told him. But at this point, I was happy. He was home. And he shook his head and said, Ma, you do too much. But at this point, I was happy. He was home. I was able to laugh. I was able to I was able to enjoy Friday night jams and all this other stuff. And that what Brandon told me, Mom, you need a life. You do too much. We're grown. But like somebody said, and I was sharing all this that was going on, I ended up apologizing to Discord and to my family, my second family, because my thought and focus wasn't on Friday Night Jam. I was distanced. And they was like, they felt the distance. So I ended up apologizing to them, telling them what was going on. And, everybody was like, oh, we're going to pray for you and pray and everything. But I think all y'all prayers and my prayers, I was praying to God big time. I was rocking on the bed, had tears coming out my eyes. I'm telling you, if my son wasn't home by 10 o'clock, I was calling 911 on everything that I love. I already had the time stamped in my head. If he don't answer me by 10 o'clock and I don't know where he at by 10 p.m., I am calling 911. And the thing is that because my boys have structure. They don't do nothing. They don't go nowhere. They barely go out. All my sons do, they spend time with themselves. They spend time with family and they go to work. They're home by a certain time. If Josh and them, Josh and Fufu, they work together. If they not home by a certain time, I'm calling their phone. Like, where you at? Like, it was 12:20 last night. Joshua, why you not home? Where you at? It was Fufu day off. He's by himself last night. Mom, I'm parking the car. Uh, but yes, I agree. There needs to be some level of communication. And I do want to respect my son's boundaries, but they already know how I am when it comes to them. I get scared, I get nervous, I don't trust this world. And it's a lot of stuff out here to give me good reason not to trust this world. I don't trust this world, and I don't trust them with my grown sons. I really don't. And I know they got to do things and they got to go out, but this a little open line of communication. It took one time, and it could be embarrassing to tell a girl, "Oh, that's my mom. I got to answer this." I know that could be embarrassing. I know that he could have get a little. Oh, he could have gave a little slight text, "Mom, I'm okay. I'll be home soon." That would have cleared that all up. My anxiety. He would have been so embarrassed if he wasn't home by 10. And I've been calling the PD police. I've been calling the police. Because I had it set in my head. I was calling the police at 10 o'clock. Uh, yeah. I'm telling you, I was ready. At 10 o'clock, it was set in my head. Ah! Nobody. I see. I don't even think like that. I wasn't even think like that. You know, I got sidetracked. That's all. I was going into a three-man story. Oh my God. Okay. I just want to let y'all know that's what happened to me last night. So I don't know. Oh my God, you gotta love the life, okay? He probably wasn't looking at him. But it all turned out good. But I just told my sons, even with Brandon living on his own. I call him every other day or every day, and I check on him. And I tell him too, I don't care you living on. I just want an open line of communication, so that we all got each other back. Cause at the end of given day, there's no Liam Neeson's over here, okay? But if you gone, you gone. It ain't no Liam Neeson's over here. If you're taking, you done. We ain't got no money. We ain't having no private investigators. We ain't got no militias on the back end hanging out to get them some money. We're gone. You gone. You gone. Um. Yes. So. Yes, we don't. You gone. You gone. And ain't nobody gonna care but me. And what I'ma do? Okay. So. Nobody said you're taking. So see, I know how you feel. Mine is 40, 38, 28 with kids. Somebody say you're taking. That's what I said. You're taking. I would never sleep anymore. I would never sleep anymore. I'd probably be in a crazy home or something. Well, okay, so yes. So the three-man story, real quick for low life, because I know I just told this story. I think I was maybe three or four kids in. And I was going with this guy that I really liked. That's my only regrettable relationship. Out of relationships that I regret, and I don't regret a lot, but I regret this relationship to this day. If this man was to pop back in my life, I most definitely go there with him, because he was one of the people that I feel like, we always got that one we feel like they got away. And I always felt like his name is Kevin, and his name is Kevin Freeman. I always felt like he my one that got away. I always felt like that. I always felt like he would be the one person that if I was to run into him, I almost definitely would jump into a relationship off the bat. No second guessing. You know, I would try to, make sure there wasn't no red flags there, but most definitely, he will most definitely will have a chance. So Kevin Freeman, if you out there, I'm on. Ugh. But yeah, but that baby. Anyway, so oh, and so what was I say? So I was with Kevin, but I used to mess with this guy. May he rest in peace. He was the neighborhood illegal pharmaceutical. He was the neighborhood illegal pharmaceutical. And I used to mess with him. No, he's from the DMV. He wasn't. I met him at a subway station, Anacostia subway station. He is from the DMV area, and he was friends. And when I this in the story too. I'm gonna tell y'all because this is in the story too. This is how I knew he knew. Um, yes, Pooh. See, I know you remember the story. No, like talking about you don't remember the story. Yes, the legal pharmaceutical name, Pooh. Okay. So I was messing with him off and on for years. We never really been on a serious type, but he was really possessive of me. I don't know why, because he said me, girl, that thing good. That's what he used to tell me. I don't know about all that. I'm putting too much information on it, but that's what he used to tell me. So that was an illegal pharmaceutical he used to tell me. So I was messing with Kevin. Reggie was in North Carolina somewhere in jail. Who knows where he was at? This was one of our breakups. Yes, yes, I told about it in the past. And I was messing with Kevin. We was the only one home. I don't know where the kids was at. They were outside. They were somewhere. I don't know. But your girl was getting it in. Me and him was like boom, 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 wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and all this other stuff. Having a good old time. And my phone had rung, and it was Pooh had called on telephone. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. Chanel, so I wasn't doing nothing because I was doing a whole lot of something in that living room on the floor. No, I was young, so it wasn't nobody home. Everybody was gone. I had the whole house to myself, and I had all the doors locked, so wasn't nobody gonna walk on me. So nobody think nobody would have caught me because they wouldn't have caught me. Because I had the people that live in the house, and nobody never had their keys, and they ain't know where their keys was at. So everybody always had to knock on the door to get in. So I had the back door lock, had the front door lock, and the living room. Bam! That's what it was happening. And I answered the telephone. And what you doing? I ain't doing nothing, but the whole time I was riding. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I was. While I was on the phone, I might see you later. Then when I do, Kevin looked at me like, really, the phone? I said, it was nobody. Somebody in my family want to know what I'm doing. I'm busy. Let's do us. So we gonna do us. And yes, I did. And then so we do us and everything, and we was chilling for a while. He had to go because he had to go to work, whatever Kevin had to go do. As Kevin was walking out the door, just so happened, my cousin Lamont, the one I was telling y'all about this in the hospital, just so happened as I'm walking Kevin out the door, my cousin Lamont and his friends, because they always came to my mother's house, because my mother's house, we was always doing something in the summertime at Berry Farms, just sitting in the backyard barbecuing or anything. As I'm walking out the door, taking Kevin out the door, my cousin Lamont and four of his friends, Black, Tony, Lamont, and Dada, and it was somebody else, the other guy that passed. Was it Cliff? No, Cliff ain't the one. Yeah, Cliff was the one that passed. No, Antonio the one that passed. Antonio, may he rest in peace, he passed too. Antonio, it was all five of them walking in, and as I'm walking out the door, and they look up, they be like, Kevin. And then Black said, not Kevin Freeman from high school. And so I'm looking at them and looking at Kevin. And Kevin said, oh, what's up? I said, you know them? And my cousin said, we all went to school. We all went to high school, junior high school together. And so, they all stood around for a couple of seconds, talk or whatever, because he had to get to go to work or whatever. And he said, oh, my cousin's like, oh, you mess with my cousin? I said, yeah, I guess so. And and everything. So they all dapped each other up. They talked for a few minutes and everything. So as he was going down the steps, walking past my walkway, a big old truck pulled up. It was Pooh. Kevin had just kissed me. He had just walked down the steps, and he was right there. As he was walking, we were still talking while he was walking. I'm standing in the doorway talking. This Bama pull up with his big old truck in front of the house, roll his window, roll the passenger side window down, I guess, from the driver's side. He said, "What up?" I said, "Hey." I said, "Hey." Kevin looked at me, and I looked at Kevin, and he said, "What up? What you doing?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Who's that?" Because he saw me talking to Kevin, right? This is the last time I saw Kevin Freeman. Cause me and this is not me and Kevin first rodeo. Me and Kevin been seeing each other like maybe 3 months. So we've been going to hotels, hanging out, doing all kinds of stuff with each other. That was for 3 months. I had a good time with Kevin. And but this is the last time I saw Kevin, even heard from him or nothing. Pooh roll up, roll the window down. I'm in the door. Kevin right there at the walkway with his book bag on his back. We talking. Pooh, hey, what's up? I say, hey, what's up? I'm nervous, my heart beating and everything. And I was like, hey, what's up? 'Cause I already know who this man was. He has a reputation. He's who he was. He did what he did. Y'all know that lifestyle. And so I was like, hey, what's up? And this Barry Bonds back in the day. And he's like, who's that? I said, oh, that's my cousin. Y'all, I didn't know what else to say out my mouth. What I'm supposed to say when this man pull up on you, say, what's up? He saw you talking because you in the doorway, and he said, who's that? He ain't got no cut cards. I said, oh, that's my cousin. I ain't never seen him before. Like you gonna see all my cousins. And so, one thing I liked about Kevin, he understood the assignment. He said, all right, cuz, I see you later. I said, okay, see you later. I felt so bad, so ashamed for anything. Because he wasn't that type of man. And so Pooh gonna say, I ain't never seen him before. I said, you don't know all my family. I said, you don't know all my family. What are you talking about? That was my cousin. And so he said, all right, I'll be back. When I come back, be dressed. But y'all, I was young. So when I was young, in my early 20s, I had about 3 kids. This was like my side piece. Man, I was getting money from him and all kinds of stuff. He was like my side piece man because he was a legal pharmaceutical. He had the cars, he had the girls, he had the money. But our relationship was like totally like different. And so he say, I'm about to make a run. When I come back, little horn, be dressed. I say, all right, so your girl went, took a shower and all this other stuff, came back. I already knew what was about to go down. But I was like, I couldn't say no. I mean, maybe I could have said no, but in my head, I felt like I just got caught, so I couldn't say no. I felt like I couldn't say no. And so he picked me up. We went to his house. We do. And that's a lie when a man say they know when somebody else been there because that Bam ain't know nothing. He was getting his rocks off, okay? And so he picked me up. We was talking. As we was talking, driving to his house and everything. Tomorrow, I don't know if that was your cousin or not. He's still on this cousin situation. And we driving to the pub. I'm like, dude, that was my cousin. That was my cousin. You don't know everybody. It ain't like you come around to all our family functions. You just know the people that be in this house right here in Berry Farms. You don't go to none of my family functions or none of that stuff. So how you gonna tell me that wasn't my cousin stopping past taking a visit? Come on now. And so he said, all right, I got you. That was your cousin. That was your cousin. So we went to his party. We did what we do and whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I had a good old time. This is the same day. See, Kevin was midday morning. Kevin came over around 10 o'clock in the morning. When he was leaving, it was around about 2. So Kevin was midday morning. I'm going to say Pooh came back and got me about 3:30 or something. He didn't make his little run. I'm gonna say by 4 o'clock, I was at his house, and I was at his house maybe from 4 to 7 or something like that. Because we do what we do when we was eating and talking, and we did again, and then he brought me. I gotta go home and get with my babies at this point, because before I left, my mother and my mother boyfriend, may he rest in peace, he came home, and I said, can y'all watch them? Pooh throw them some couple of dollars. Of course, I'm going out the door because he throwing them money. They got the babies. And so we do. I was with him like for 3 hours or some stuff like that. Oh my God, I get home. It's this guy named Rick. Oh my God, I used to mess with Rick. I was still messing with Rick off and on from where I used to live at. I used to live in Northeast DC. And this guy named Rick drive the blue Trans Am. I used to mess with him. Y'all gonna hate me for this, but go ahead and hate you. I was young. His girlfriend lived next door in the building next to me. I was messing with Fufu and Andrew's father at the time too. So me and Rick, we already knew what was up. He had somebody, I had somebody, but I met him on the block. Issuewood in Northeast over by Heckinger Mall. It was the block, okay? Everybody knew everybody. This family lived over there like for 30-something years. They was impeded into this block, okay? And so I met him because he lived in the building as my cousin. And every time to go to my cousin's house in those 4-unit apartment buildings, him and his mother lived in the first apartment. And my cousin lived upstairs. Every time to go to my cousin's house over Issuewood, because I lived down the street on the corner, and his girlfriend apartment building was next to mine. They had the whole 4-unit. Their whole family lived in the whole 4-unit. And they've been there for 30 years. Family, kids, everything. And so every time I go to my cousin's house, he always used to say stuff to me. And and I was like, I already know you. I ain't gonna put the girl name on here. I said, I know you mess with the girl next door. Nobody knew that me and him started messing up with my cousin upstairs. She said, Tanya, girl, you a Rick? I said, yeah. I started messing with him. And see, I was messing with him on Issuewood, where I was living at, and this was like backdoor sneaking, that 3 o'clock in the morning sneaking, with that he was coming down the alley, and I was opening up my back door because he had to wait till after 2 o'clock in the morning, because the people who he was going with lived next door to me, and they, in the summertime, they stay outside to like 2, 3 o'clock, so I'm getting like a 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm on my way, unlock the back door. Yeah, I was a house. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know we did yes, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I was young once. Let's just put it like that. But I learned life lessons, and you learn stuff. And so that's how I was messing with him. But when I moved up off the street, and because it got to the point where that he was getting comfortable, and I didn't want to make waves to the point like, he was coming to my house in the daytime through the back, and the kids would be at school. I think I only had 3 kids there, and the kids would be at school, and I'd be like, ain't nobody see you, right? You coming to the door, and this is midday, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon and stuff, and in the summer. He said, ain't nobody see me and all that stuff. And I said, okay. So we do, I do. And I was doing stuff like when I was going to the grocery store, I was buying him stuff because he loved Mountain Dew sodas. And so I would make sure I always got a case of Mountain Dews, and he used to come in and eat, and then we do. Man, it's like, okay, if this would have been like, I'm with somebody, but the person I was with, I wasn't feeling him. My kid's father was some bull. That wasn't even here and there. For real, I wasn't even with nobody on that point right there. But I was still seeing Pooh. I told you, Pooh has been an implant in my life. Pooh was, even when I moved, he followed me. So when I was living on Issuewood, Pooh was still coming over there too. So that was a big thing too. And him coming back and forth, his truck would be outside or whatever. Ain't nobody he had a reputation in DC. When I say he was a big time illegal pharmaceutical, he was a big time illegal pharmaceutical that I was messing with. And so, ain't nobody mess with him. So when dudes used to see his truck, oh yeah, I know, he used to tell me, oh yeah, I saw a dude truck out there. I said, yeah, whatever, what's up with that or whatever. And he used to try to get me to stop messing with him and just mess with him. And I should say, but you got homegirl next door. Come on now, let's make this right. You got homegirl next door, and you getting too comfortable because now you starting to come here in the freaking daytime when you're supposed to be on the 3 o'clock and the 4 o'clock back door down the alley situation. Okay, and but so that's how I'll tell y'all about Rick. So that's how Rick was. I met Rick living on Isherwood. That was the block back in the early 90s. And so, and like I say, and Pooh was still coming because I had moved up out Berry Farms. Pooh was still coming to me every now and then. And see, the one thing about Pooh, what I didn't like, he was the type of Bama that he ain't called because he think this is on lock, all this on lock. So he giving me money. He ain't got a call. So he the type of Bama's that I have to figure out where he at because he ain't called. Yeah, Rick was trying to tie me down, but yet you got a baby mama and your daughter next door. That I'm out on the porch, I'm talking to them, holding conversations, laughing, giggling with them and everything. The whole time, yeah, I'm dipping with your man. I'm sorry, she ain't know it, but yes, I was. Did I feel guilty? No, because I was having fun and the thing was good. So no, I didn't. and 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 so he kept trying to get me to break up Pooh. I told him I can't do that. That's not the type of person that you break up with. I just can't do that. Um Yes, Kevin dipped as soon as I called him cousin. Kevin was done. That was the first and last time I saw Kevin. And I regretted that to this day. As soon as I called Kevin cousin, I ain't never seen Kevin no more until that night he called me. He said, you could have got me killed. He said, I'm done. He told me that. He said, you could have got me killed. He said, but he told me I could have, and I apologize, I apologize. But so, okay, so I wanted to introduce y'all to Rick. This how Rick was. So he just wasn't this he just wasn't a free whatever. So after Pooh, I was with Pooh. Let's go back. I was with Kevin in the morning. Kevin came over about 10. He left about 2. Pooh drove up. We had that incident. Pooh picked me up about 3:30, 3:45. By 4 o'clock, we was at Pooh apartment in Maryland off of Suitland Parkway. We was at his apartment. We stayed there till about 7. We did a couple of rounds of what we do. We ate, we talked. He took me home and all this other stuff. And I don't know if I was a hoe or what, but of course he gave me some money because he always give me money. Now he would give me money even with or without the sex. That was just what he do. I call him, I need some money. He said, I'm about to bring you some. Boom, that was it. But he always made sure I was straight. So we do get the money. Damn, it's 7 o'clock. I get home about 7. I lie to you not. About 8:30, I'm in the house chilling. This Bama Rick calls me. What you doing? I said, I ain't doing nothing. He said, I ain't seen you since you moved. I've been missing you. You've been missing me. I say, play dog. At this point, I was just ready. Man, he said, can I come pick you up? I said, come get me. Man, Pooh gave me some money, threw my mother $30, said, I'll be back in the morning. Rick was the nightcap. I spent the night with him. We went to the hotel. We went and got some food. We ate. I showered again. And, the love making was on point all night long. And that thing is a lie. So, girls, when men tell you that they know when you been with somebody, them Bama's lying. Because I did 3 men in one night. And ain't nobody know nothing. The first one ain't gonna know because he the first one. But that second and third one ain't know nothing. Stop playing. I don't have no old photos. I don't have no photos. That's one thing I always regret coming up is that didn't have a lot of photos. Didn't take a lot of photos. Didn't take a lot of pictures. All I got is what's up here. That's one thing I regret in life because my mom was not. I don't know, it was a financial situation back then. You had the portable voice. We didn't have cell phones and stuff. And we didn't have cameras. And Rick was the light-skinned one. He was high yellow. When I say high yellow, Rick was so high yellow you thought he was white. They just be guessing, be trying to get they just be trying to get you. Yeah, Rick was the high, yellow, light skin, skinny. And let me tell you, I always mess with small men. I don't got nothing against a big guy, but I always mess with small men cause I'm big and I'm in a situation. I'm always been a plump girl, got a little bit of butt, a little bit hips here and there. And I always mess with small, tall, skinny men because I need you to get all up in here because it ain't gonna be two jollies together. And I ain't got nothing against two jollies. Two jollies may have a perfectly good time, but I can't do a jolly because I'm a jolly, you a jolly. We ain't doing this, boo. And that's right now at 54, the size that I am. That's one thing that's on my thing is that I have nothing against because I'm a jolly. I'm a plus size woman, but I know what I want out of life and I know my limits. And I kind of got in my head thinking, I can't do a jolly. I will never be with a jolly because I'm a jolly. I have always and will always mess with small, skinny men. That's just my thing because I know what it takes. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I can't help it. And I be pulling them too. Yes, but yes, but that's just always been that way. But and that's even now at 54 and I'm old and even at the plus size I am now, I won't mess with another jolly. Cause I know what I'm looking for and I know two jollies together. I ain't got time to try to figure it out or none of that stuff. I ain't got time. I don't even want to know. Yes, that's like say. Thank you for always putting my cash app. Yes, $flower 54. Thank you, Lola. It say Deron Waller. Thank you. Yeah, but that's my 3 minute story. Now, how long it gonna take you before nobody say again? Let's hit a 3 minute story again. Cause I just felt like I said this story a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, and it said I don't have nothing against it because I think everybody deserves love. Truly, I believe no matter your size, your creed, your color, nationality, everyone deserves love. Excuse me, and it's love out here for everybody. And it's nothing wrong with I don't know. I just said it just now to be respectful. It just came to my head, Taylor. I never even said that before about a person of plus size. And that literally just came to my head. And there's just all types of people to pick from. Everybody have a preference, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong if you have a preference. Your preference is your preference because at the end of the day, you want to be with someone that's going to make you happy. You don't want to be with someone just because. I never want to be in a just because relationship. I never want to be in just because relationship. Oh, just because I couldn't get so I accept this. It said you're an innovator. I did. I don't know. When it just say jolly, it just came to my head. And so I thought it was very respectful. Uh, um, yeah, so I never been that person. Look, I like it. I think I'm going to start saying jolly. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Um, yeah, they do. Because my brother, now y'all got me saying, I recognize why I'm saying it. My brother Chubb, y'all know him, the bingo guy. He's a jolly, but he has a small woman. And you got some small women who like jolly men. You know what I'm saying? You do. So, yes. And you never heard that story until the day Taylor. Oh, wow. Okay. I done said that so much time. That's like the only big adventure, a naughty adventure that I had in my life. Well, no, that's not the only naughty adventure because I got another naughty adventure when me and Reggie. If you know anything about the baseball field over by Sheridan Terrace, not Sheridan Terrace. Is that Sheridan Terrace? No, no, not Sheridan Terrace. What is the name of that place? Rivertown. Was that Rivertown? I forgot the name of that little over by the Pepco. If you're from DMV and you know anything about the baseball field over by the Chateau and over by the Pepco building and across the street, um, It's an empty baseball field, but they called that little community something. I forgot what they called that. I don't want to say Rivertown, no, I forgot what they called that community over there. Um, yeah, he's Jackson's, Joshua's, and Brandon's dad. Yeah, Riverside. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, KG, because you're from DB. Um, if y'all know anything about that over there, they have baseball field over there. So one day, me and Reggie got in this explosive. Y'all don't think I was a bad mom on this one, but I think I had two or three of my kids with me. Me and Reggie got into an explosive argument. River Terrace. It's called River Terrace. Where's it? River Terrace. That's what it's called. Not Riverside. River Terrace, KG. Where's it? River Terrace. His grandmother lived in River Terrace. No, Brandon older. Brandon is second born. Fufu is fourth born. Michael first born. Brandon second born. Joshua third born. Fufu fourth born. Andrew fifth born. And Jackson sixth born. We was over that baseball field by River Terrace, right there on the side, and we got into this real huge argument. It's the park on the other side, the baseball field. It was like 11 o'clock at night because I was picking him up from his grandma's house. And don't ask me what the argument's about, because when it came to him, shit was just always just not right. You know, I told you that relationship was just so toxic off and on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never know because it's not my preference. You know what I'm saying? DD said, "Do you think I'm missing out on love for not being with a bigger man?" I don't know, because by it's not being my preference, I never even went looked in that direction. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be honest with you. A big man never ever came on to me, and that could be that too. uh, um a big man never really, I never had an interlude or an encounter where a big man ever tried to talk to me, and that could be that too. Yeah, and that could be that too, but I have always said that I don't prefer a jolly. I prefer, small skinny men. That's all who I ever, even as a teenager. When I wasn't as big as I am, even as a teenager, I always had hips, butt, and all that stuff, and it always had smaller, slim guys coming to me. I never really had anyone come on to me of a big statue, a jolly. I never had anyone, so I would say that's my preference not to. But you never know who God may send your way and make that attraction. But if I'm looking on my own, no. So we in River Terrace. I pulled over because he was drunk and acting stupid, and my kids was in the car. I think I had two kids in the car sleeping, and they was in the back seat sleeping because I came and picked you up, and you supposed to have been called me to come pick you up, but you make me I come and pick you up and everything. And so I come pick him up. I don't know why we start arguing, but the argument, I said, look, my kids sleep. We getting out this car. We got outside the car, leaned up against because I had a station wagon. I remember the Ford Taurus. Excuse me. I had a Ford Taurus, a gold Ford Taurus station wagon. And so we get out the car, and I'm leaning up against the station wagon. We fussing and whatever. I said, you know what? I am so tired of you. And if for some reason I got to running, he said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm about to walk on," because my plan was just to walk down to the end of the block. My car was locked. My alarm was on. I know my kids in the back seat. I could see the car. My plan was just to walk down to the end of the block because he was just like messing with my head, and I wanted to drive and go home, and he was messing with my head. And so as I'm walking, the baseball field had an opening. He grabbed my arm and grabbed me into the opening. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he grabbed me into the opening. And when he grabbed me into the opening, y'all, he just started kissing me. I was mad at him. I was frustrated. We was arguing. And when he grabbed me into the opening. onto the baseball field. And because I was like, what are you doing? And then when he grabbed me to the opening, he just started kissing me. He's like, shut up, man. And then he just started kissing me. And I said, no, I'm ready to go home. And then he started kissing me. And next thing you know, this man was kissing me, kissing me, kissing me. And next thing you know, I was down on the ground of the baseball field. It was summertime. So in the summertime, I wore a lot of sundresses and all that stuff. Next thing you know, I was down on the ground on the baseball field, y'all. My wig was laying right there beside me because this thing got so intense. My wig came on, and downtown train started to happen on his end. He did the downtown train, and I was just flabbergasted. I was like all into it. I forgot I was on a baseball field. I forgot it was nighttime. I forgot it was a big light over there. Y'all, this man was in downtown train. I don't know. I don't even know how long we was in that field. First of all, the field is big and long. We all the way down the other end of the field. The houses is so far away from the field. Don't you know somebody called the police? Somebody called the police. And as he was on downtown train, and I was in Pleasureville, a bright light commenced to shine over top of our head. Honey, it was the DMV and all its best. And the kids was in the car asleep. It was the DMV, DC police and all they best. Two of them. Two of them with the flashlight doing like this. I was so embarrassed. I grabbed my wig and get in there. They said, now y'all know. Y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be over here doing this, man. Come on. I forgot the police said. Anyway, they ended up letting us go. Says some neighbors, some people called y'all in. Y'all don't see the houses back there? Them houses are so far back. Them people had to have some damn binoculars to have seen or heard anything. And I'm not lying about the distance, y'all. I am not lying about the distance. But the police was real nice. They didn't lock us up. I was more embarrassed than anything. I was just so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. But yeah. But and the kids was in the car. They didn't know I had no kids in the car. The police, if they knew I had kids in the car, they probably locked my butt up. But they's like, don't do this no more. Y'all go ahead about y'all business. And ma'am, and I picked my wig up. I couldn't even put my wig back on my head. I just had the wig in my hand and just walked off the set. Ah! Ah! I was so embarrassed. I know I was so embarrassed. Yeah. Yes, they didn't lock us up. They were really good about it. I was so happy. They didn't lock. They said, y'all know. Come on, man. Y'all know y'all ain't supposed to do that. And so they were real nice. They were two black cops. They were two dudes too. And they were real nice. They were really nice, but I was just embarrassed. We got in the car. I was like, oh my God. And he all calm. He like, what you mad about? I said, cuz it wasn't for you. I said, I wouldn't even been on that field. I said, it's always something. Yeah, then I tried to put the blame on him. For real, but it was him because we was walking past the opening of the field. If he wouldn't have pulled my arm and said, come here, you knew we had the babies in the car. We could have went home and did that if he was trying to stop me from arguing with you. You know what I'm saying? And I can like Joey for the baby. If you want me to stop arguing with you, we could, But yeah, but I was so grateful. The police didn't lock us up. I was so grateful. I got in my car, went home. I was just so embarrassed. It's just embarrassing. It was embarrassing to last for a minute. By the time to drive home and get home and everything, girl, we just could miss from there. It wasn't over. The embarrassment was gone, but we was home, kids in the bedroom. The shit hit the fan. So it wasn't over. It was on a timeout. Oh man. A husband lady. Yes, it was. So it's one thing I would say is that I know I got my story about Reggie, but we did have some good times. Being intimate was never an issue with us. It was never an issue. But the drinking, the drugs, the abuse, the toxicity of the off and on, back together, the physical abuse, the verbal abuse, it just was so overwhelming. Because, and they say that when you're in these type of relationships, when it's good, it's good. When the good days are good, the good days are so good, but they're just not enough to hold and sustain that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I endured it for so long because that's what, and I endured it so long because it was the good days that, and knowing that maybe he could do better and he could be better and I could change him, and going through the different we went to counseling. Yeah, I'm not even married to this man, and I got kids out of this man, but we going to counseling. I'm writing letters to judges when he get in trouble. I'm writing letters to judges. I'm going to counseling, going to family day to counseling, going to rehab treatment counseling with him. I mean, when I say I really was invested into this relationship through everything, and at the end, when we got back together, you don't realize everything, everything I went through with you. I was always there through it all, through the thick and thin. And then for you to tell somebody I was just a place for you to lay your head, that shit hurt me so bad because I just had so many flashbacks of how I hung in with this man, how I was there, and before he left this earth, we did evolve. I got a lot of apologies from him. He recognized his wrong, and we were able to have conversation. And he was able to tell me he was sorry. And he always kept telling me he acknowledged the fact that I was a good woman. He told me he got to the point with that, even though we worked together, this like in 2018, 19, and all that stuff, and we got to the point where we were able to to be on a friendship level, and he was able to come to my house, and we used to sit outside on my porch and talk before he went to wherever he was going to. And we had conversations about the things that happened in the past with us, and he said, and I realized now, he said, you have always been a good woman. He said, I never take that from you. I always tell people that I had a good woman. And it's so sad that after do it all, that you recognize it when there is no way that there will ever be a reconciliation with us. That so much damage was done, even though that I know now that and I knew who I was and what I brought to this relationship. You didn't appreciate it then. It took everything for you in 2019 through it all, from the time I met you in 2014. I met him in 2000. When was Michael born? Yeah, when was Michael born? Damn, I don't even know the year my son was. Michael, no, when 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Because I was with this man for 20-something years. I got to think about the year Michael was born. 1990, 1990. I met you in 1990. I met you in 1990 when I had my first baby. Michael was 4 months old when I met this man. I had just had my first son. I wasn't with Michael's father. Michael was born in 1990. I met this man in the summer of 1990. February. Michael's born February 14th, so February, March, April, May, June. I met this man in the summer of 1990. It took you to 2019, through all the bullshit, all the police, all the restraining orders, all the fights, all the back and forth, through all everything. It took you to 2019 to tell me that you always been a good woman. You was a good woman. You always been that for me. Whew. I knew that. I didn't need you to tell me that, but in a way, if I felt something when he told me that, it's not like I needed him to hear from him, but it's like a sense of closure came upon me when he said that. It's like you finally get it. You finally get what you had. But it was no comeback. It was no comeback. You finally get what you had. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, he don't got a lot of story. Like, duh, dummy. Right, tell her like you ain't know. Like you ain't know. I knew it. I knew it. But you the one who didn't. I knew it the whole time who I was. I gave you 110% of everything of me. Yeah, it does. Give you some type of validation, you know? I gave you 110%, 200% of everything that what I was. You know, I gave you all of how I knew how to love. I gave it all to you. But yeah, that was crazy, y'all. So, so crazy. But all right, y'all. I love you so, Squad. I'm about to go because I got to go eat some food. Man, Jackson got found us some breakfast. I did get a little bit of food from Walmart. I ordered some little bit of food from Walmart. It actually came. No kickbacks, no substitutes, no unavailable. It actually came because my son's them. I gotta go to the grocery store, but I'm going early tomorrow morning, and me and Jackson need something here to get. Oh yeah, we most definitely made amends before he passed. He passed in 2022, 21, 22. 21 and 21 because it's about to be 3 years. Yeah, we most definitely made that man's. We were on good. The same thing, he couldn't overcome his affliction, fentanyl. His death was very, very preventable. One of the reasons why I couldn't be with him, you know, like I said, I went through hell and high water with this man, from abuse, the drugs, the alcohol, the stealing money, the destroying my cars, everything. I've been through it all. That little book I wrote on Amazon, that was just a touch of something. That was just a touch. That was just a touch. I'm not afraid to say what he passed up because it's, to me, his death was senseless. It was senseless. Um, he just couldn't get that monkey off his back. And a lot of people need to be aware that stuff is in everything. These dealers, these illegal pharmaceuticals are out here doing what they're doing. And every time you puff on that illegal drug that you smoking, you most definitely putting your life in your hands because you know what they out here doing. It's been everywhere. So every time you go and get that thing, that little white little thing, you know it's a risk you taking. But he couldn't get that monkey off his back. And so his death was so preventable. It was so preventable. But you know, yeah, that's another time, another story. See y'all on Monday. Yes. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you guys for letting me talk. Thank you for being here with me. You know, at Soul Squad, I always love your support. Thank you guys so much. I am out of here. I'm about to go find me and Jackson some. Y'all, I've been craving pork chops. I haven't had pork chops about almost 2 years. I don't know what that means. I was telling my cousin last night I want me a good pork chop sandwich. I love you too, KG. I bought me some pork chops with the bone in. I'm about to put some mustard on them pork chops and season them and put it in a deep fry. I bought some brioche bread. I'm about to eat me a nice pork chop sandwich. That's gonna be my breakfast, my lunch. About your escapades. Oh, thank you. Um, that's about to be our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cause you know, I'll never cook breakfast. I never cook breakfast. I'll never cook breakfast on time. And what time is it, y'all? Eastern Standard Time. Somebody tell me what time is it? Cause y'all on my phone, so I don't know what time. If you're in the Eastern Standard Time, tell me what time it is. And me and Jackson been up and we haven't eaten anything. It's 5:18. And so I'm gonna wait till about 6:30 and cook, cause that could be our dinner. You see, all this time and we ain't done nothing yet. Easter Standard Time is 5:18, so it's 5:18. So Yeah, I'm gonna wait till about 6:30. I'm gonna cook me and Jackson pork chop for Dirk Coover. Thank you, Dirk. Oh, see, we had another guy in here. We had Dirk in here. We had Humble Line in here. We had Jay in here. We had Ty in here. Let me so we had about 4 men up in this camp. Alright. Alright guys, I love you so much. I'm about to go and well I ain't about to cook yet. I'm gonna wait till 6:30 and cook. Because it's dinner time. I might as well yeah, that military time. I might as well wait until 6 o'clock to cook us something to eat. Yeah, I am out. Love you guys.